As I pull up to Sunset Station, I can't help to think about the numbers. Vegas is down over 1 million visitors this year. That means fewer jobs, fewer tips, and maybe another Nevada hotel lost to history. I'm excited but nervous to see what's inside, because for me, this isn't just a casino, it's memories. Back on June 10th in 1997, on my birthday, Sunset Station opened its doors. I was pregnant then, and I'll never forget how packed it was, how alive it felt. Henderson, we finally had our own hidden gem. And now, 28 years later, I'm walking back inside to see what's changed and what hasn't. Wow. The one thing that just brings me so many memories is that sky. I remember that being such a wow factor when this hotel opened, because the only thing similar to it was down at Caesar's Palace in the Forum Shops. I mean, this is it brings back so many memories. It's gorgeous. I mean, this hotel was modeled after different Spanish cities in Barcelona, Madrid, beautiful places around the world, and it's just gorgeous. As I'm walking through, I'm already noticing that some of the little bars are empty, and then look at all these seats. They are gorgeous, comfortable, plush, but there's hardly anybody in them. And I do see a variety of some of the old games that I used to play. It's not so much just all tall machines. And the hotel lists that there's 2,800 slot machines. And the casino is approximately 80,000 square feet. There's 40 table games and 208 seats in the new Sportsbook. There's a poker room and a Keno lounge. And the part that is just the most gorgeous part, I think, of the Sunset Station that makes it a hidden gem in Nevada is the stained glass ceiling. Look at all the stained glass here in the central area of the hotel. There's over 12 tons of all these pieces of stained glass. And this is just absolutely beautiful. It's located right in the central bar area. It features a 140-seat bar, and it's over 6,000 square feet of stained glass ceiling. It's just gorgeous. There's also a new Sportsbook here, the STN Sportsbook and Bar. But again, I can't help wondering, where is everyone? And why is it so empty? I'm just concerned about how do you maintain? How does a hotel like this, with the beauty that is here, maintain the daily cost of keeping the building open when you have all these seats empty? And look how gorgeous the Sportsbook is. It is gorgeous, comfortable. I'm seeing gaming tables here that have nobody. And what did we say? There was over 40 table games, if not more. Where is everyone at? So let's just peek around and see what else we see. So I do see a few people getting something to eat. There's a Fat Burger. There's a few people there. And then if I look across, there's a Subway and there's 2 people there. But the seats are completely empty. So, that can pose a problem, and that's where we wonder, what is going to happen down the line, because you're talking lights, you're talking, employees, you're talking just maintaining the grounds. How do you maintain without a variety of people? And then the Ben & Jerry's here, there's nobody. I think it's open. I see a door, but I don't see anybody there. even getting an ice cream cone. And you can imagine what the rent cost for a Ben & Jerry's. That Kids Quest right there, that is a place that I would take my son. You can start at 8 weeks old. That gave mom and dad a night out to enjoy a movie here at the luxury theater, the Regal Cinema. And, we could have a dinner. And we just had a great time. And I remember, this being such an asset to a young family if you just wanted to get out on a Friday night and, have a safe place for your child to go. It was Kids Quest. And that was a big part of my early 20s, is being able to, do that and enjoy a night with my husband. So I'm very thankful to Sunset Station. So as we continue to walk around, we see a Sbarro, and I see no customers. I'm still seeing a lot of empty seats this whole corridor. And wow, the Kids Quest is closed. This is the place, again, I could bring my child. I think he went to Kids Quest until he aged out, which was like around 12. Then you have to go into the little play zone where you just have the arcade games. But I used to be able to come in the afternoon, have lunch, and bring him to Kids Quest and, know that there was babysitters there and it was a safe environment. So, we see the Panda Express, again, just a few people lingering around, but the bright spot that I think will be here is bowling. One thing that the station casinos have and that people really enjoy is the bowling. There's a lot of local leagues that use the station casinos. So let's walk through here and see what it looks like in the strike zone. So there's definitely a lot of people in here, and I was pretty sure that was going to be the case due to all of the local bowling leagues. So let's take a quick peek around. There's a Cyber Quest, which is going to be a place where the young people can go to and play some games, kind of like the area outside of Kids Quest. And that way you can keep the little ones busy. If you're bowling in your league, there's something fun to do here for them. So the strike zone says that there's no outside food or drinks permitted, and that's because they have their own food and drink area here and a bar that you can enjoy. The bowling alley has 72 bowling lanes, and there is a Kingpin Lounge here in this area. So it seems like it's a really fun place for you to come and enjoy yourself, maybe be with some friends, have a little get together. This is a really fun place. It's nice and cool inside of here. It gets you out of the heat, and it gives you something to do. This seems really fun. So I wanted to stop and look at some of the bowling packages so I can see what some of the costs are. I don't have my own bowling pins or equipment, but luckily there is a pro shop here that I could grab any kind of equipment that I may need if I want to bowl, or I can just rent it right here at Sunset Station. I did notice that there was some pool tables, so that if you're here with some friends and maybe want to have a get together, you can use the pool tables right here in the Kingpin Lounge. There's also tons of lockers to put your things. So I walked through the locker room to see what that looked like. And it was pretty spacious and a lot of lockers. So that's, what it looked like here at the bowling alley. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out and see what else is going on here at Sunset Station. As soon as I stepped out, I noticed the pancakes. One thing that you'll know if you're local about pancakes at any station casino is how good they are. And you know what? I'm really excited. So I've got to find the cafe and get those pancakes. So I'm going to go ahead and walk that way. But meanwhile, you can see as I'm walking, there is Seville, and this bar here really doesn't have anybody in it. The restaurant is closed, so it could be a place that opens up, in the evening time. I don't remember this being here before when I've come, so I'm not sure how long it has been here at the casino, but it's closed. So we peeked inside, and at the bar, there's one guy playing here, and that's it. It's really beautiful. You can see that this oyster bar here has this beautiful water around it. Water's coming down between the rocks. I thought this was really, really, really pretty. So I decided to look inside and see what it looked like. And it's just really nice. That's one thing about Station is that they do such a great job on their casinos and just giving you the ambiance and the feel of wherever you may be inside of the hotel. So the oyster bar has some people inside of it, and it looks like, they're enjoying some crab legs, and there's a chef cooking right there in the center. Now, I remember this restaurant especially. It's an Italian restaurant. When this hotel first opened, I used to always come here to go to this restaurant, and I would get it was like a lemon type of chicken with green peas, pancetta, and a pasta. And I really loved this restaurant here, and there's like lemon trees all throughout the restaurant. So we'll peek a little bit at the menu, but this was always my favorite and a really fun place to come and eat, especially on a date night. Look at those trees. You see all the lemons on it. The environment here was just always so nice, welcoming, and, a little upscale. It looks like the restaurant obviously is closed right now. They're probably open for dinner. But if you're in town and you need a great place to eat, this restaurant is wonderful. So let's continue on to see where we can find those pancakes. And I know that they're at the cafe. But as I walk by, there's a waitress. And one thing that a lot of people on social media are saying is that if Vegas could bring back more cocktail waitresses. I do see one right here, and she's got drinks in her hand. She is coming out of the high limit room. And so maybe that's where you got to play if you want to get some of those cocktails. But that is one thing that people are wanting more of, is the free cocktails when you play. So let's see if we see any more on the actual floor that's not high limit. There, I saw one there. Okay. And so there are waitresses on the floor when you're playing. Again, here is something that is a favorite of mine, bingo. I used to love to play bingo here. I would come with all my dappers, different colors, and dap my little bingo cards. I know that nowadays that bingo has more electronic bingo, but I used to play here right at Sunset Station with my dapper, the wet dapper, and you had to stamp all your little numbers. If you're going to get a boarding pass for the casinos, you have the reward center over here, and there is one person there. But again, it's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. You can see that the seats look nice and comfy. It's just that there isn't anybody sitting in them. There's not many people. I do see Megabucks, and Megabucks used to be a huge draw for Las Vegas. It probably still is, but everybody wanted to win Megabucks. Now again, the hotel is mirrored after Spanish cities, and you can see that here in the way that the architect designed all the facades and the buildings, and it's just gorgeous. There's so much attention to detail, as you can see here. And this salsa area, the salsa bar, used to be one of my husband and I's favorite. We'd come here and you had like chips, and you had a salsa bar with all different kinds of dips, and it was always just somewhere that we love to come and eat at. Now this little area is kind of an in-between step up, but if you go around to the side, there's a bar, Rosalita's Bar, and so you can play some games here and have a cocktail. Also, there's a Starbucks. So, of course, if it were morning time, I would definitely stop at Starbucks and get a coffee. But again, as I look inside, I don't see anyone in purchasing any of the coffee or any iced teas or drinks. There's no one sitting around, so it's pretty empty. And that is the point of taking a look today to see if what we're experiencing on the Strip is happening as well in some of the off-Strip local casinos. Now, this place right here, the Brass Fork, is what I've been looking for. I love to eat in the cafe here. This has been here since day one. Right outside the cafe sits a vintage locomotive. Now, this is a hidden gem. It's not just decoration, it's actually a real piece of Nevada's railroad history. And the Sunset Station preserved it. When they built this hotel in 1997, the Sunset Station train, it was like an old steam engine, and it's been parked here since the opening. And that is something that is so unique about Sunset Station. And so if you need a reason to at least stop by Sunset Station, this could be it. And look at the ceiling. Look how they made it look like a train station. The ceiling inside of the cafe is truly a marvel. With the chandeliers, it is just something you just don't see every day, and this is truly breathtaking. So I know that my pancakes are right there, and I plan to go sit at that bar, but I want to show you an overview of the cafe, and I have spent so much time at this cafe over the years, so let's go get those pancakes. I am waiting at the cafe for my pancakes. The staff is so friendly and nice. Oh my gosh, my pancakes came and my plate was hot, which you definitely want a hot plate when you're having some pancakes. I put way too much butter over the pancakes, but you know what? I don't do this as often as I could or should, of course. But when I do go to the station casinos, I love my pancakes. So let's give them a taste.
Are they good? So good. Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah, the one thing about station casinos is they have the best pancake mix. I don't know what they use, but they're great.
I'm going to try it one day, yeah.
This hotel opened up on my birthday, and I was here for the opening on June 10th, but it opened on my birthday.
I'm so glad that I stopped by to grab these pancakes because I met some really nice people at the cafe. It reminded me of old times here at Sunset Station, meeting great people. I had lunch at the bar with people I didn't know before I sat down, but that I made some really great friends today. And that's the beauty of any of the station casinos that are local. There's always really nice people to meet and that you can enjoy even if you're by yourself. So my total was a little bit more than $10. My short stack was $5.99. So my friend was telling me that some of those specials are during specific hours of the evening, but I didn't care because those pancakes were wonderful. Look at all the desserts and delectables that you can get here at the counter. I had a really great time here. I do want to show you guys the registration desk, the hotel registration. It is really cute and beautiful. And you can see here, though, that there isn't anybody at this moment checking in or out. It is pretty empty, and that is the thing that I was concerned with. But hopefully we'll get more people visiting the locals casinos. Maybe if you want to kind of come away from the strip and try something new, I hope that today I've shown you something a little bit different. I'm pleasantly surprised that it's just as beautiful as the day, my birthday, that it did open up. So thank you so much for stopping in and looking at the tour of Sunset Station with me. Just note that check-in is at 3, checkout is at 11 o'clock. And if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and leave them. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and or subscribe. And the other thing that I want you to know is right across the street from Sunset Station is the Galleria Mall. It is a big mall. So if you're here, there's plenty of shopping and plenty of things to do. So my name is Elisa. Thank you so much for watching my tour of Sunset Station here in Nevada.